if there was any year that were to be the year of the rat, I feel like it probably would have been last year. Last year very well could have been year of the rat. Just from the sheer lack of enthusiasm this winter, the sheer lack of hype. But nonetheless, you know, we got to make that hype. We got to find ways to get hype, whether that's sports, you know, board games, whatever it may be. I'm really excited for this upcoming year. You know, jiu-jitsu tournaments coming up, trying to get back into that, trying to train at least 3 times a week. Super important. Definitely let myself go this winter. I think I hit 190, okay guys? So I told myself, 189, pretty much 190. I was like, you know what? After this last tournament, my last jiu-jitsu tournament, I was like, I'm not gonna care whatsoever about trying to be healthy or like maintain a good weight for the next time the tournament comes. I'm just gonna let myself go. And boy did I ever. I was hovering around 175, lean, mean. Got up to 189 in like 2 months, just because I stopped training so much. I wasn't going to the gym as much, and yeah, that was a wake-up call. One day I woke up and I'm like, whew, I got a nice roll developing at the bottom of my stomach right there. There's a far cry of my former glory. And sometimes I'll look back at pictures and I'll like remember when I would like starve myself and work out twice a day and train jiu-jitsu and then work a full construction job, and I'd be like, wow, I was in great shape, but boy did I feel like doo-doo. I mean, that's kind of the trade-off. The trade-offs of being shredded is yeah, you don't feel good 90% of the time. 90% of the time you are exhausted. You don't want to do anything. All you have energy for is working out, and that's about it. And the trade-offs of having a bit of a muffin top is, well, you feel great. I mean, you have a lot of energy, but you don't look as aesthetic. So it really depends what you're going for, guys. It really depends what you're aiming for here. Do you want the aesthetics, or do you want the energy? I mean, you can try to find a fine balance. That's hard to maintain, but yeah. So I definitely I was not going for the aesthetics this winter, that's for sure. But yeah, I feel like training a martial art kind of helps with that. You know, it kind of like balances you out a little bit, because it's hard to be overweight when you're training intensely 3 times a week. But yeah, definitely. I don't know where I'm going with this. Stop going to the gym, because I feel like it's kind of a waste of money and you can just do it yourself. And I don't really like the culture there too much. You know, I don't like the gym culture all that much personally. I feel like it's very like ego driven, very self-centered and unchristian actually. That's another thing. So I figure I might as well just do it myself and try to set up a home gym. You know, that'd be ideal. That'd be pretty nice. I feel like you can get better gains that way, get a better workout that way. But yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with this video. Kind of just ranting, you know. You're the rat, man. Glad to be out of the rat cage. Escape to the rat cage. I mean, there's so many little rat cages around. I like to look at things as cages. You know, I'm very perceptive to like any form of authority or like boxes, you know, like when somebody says like you have to do something, I immediately think red flag, you know, like look a little deeper. What are they trying to get me to do here? How are they trying to get me to feel? How are they trying to get me to act? Yeah, I think it's just ingrained in my DNA. I mean, my entire family is like this, so it's kind of just meant to be that way. But yeah, so many little rat cages. I mean, the gym was one of them that I got trapped in. And when I'm saying this, I'm trying to come from a place of humility, because I know I have been trapped in plenty of rat cages. in my life, and like I said, the gym is definitely one of them. You know, when I was trying to quit, I was trying to cancel or freeze my membership, the dude was like, dude, he was like a crab in a bucket. He was trying to pull me back down. He's like, what do you mean? Why are you doing this, man? Like, why? I was like, cuz don't want to do it. Don't want the gym right now. You know, I feel like 9 to 5's a bit of a rat cage, but you know, some people make it work. I'm starting to freeze a little bit. Some people make it work, and sometimes it works for individuals. Not myself. I don't really see myself as that archetype. I'm more of a majestic wood elf myself. You know, if I had to describe myself in Skyrim terms, definitely majestic wood elf with a lot of dexterity. You know, wood elf with the knife combo. I'm not a scribe myself. You know, I can't see myself sitting down and writing away all day. Perhaps a little bit of orc. You know, probably had a little bit of orc in me. You know, not the brightest tool in the shed, not the most academic, but just brute will. So I'd say a wood elf, an orcish wood elf would be my archetype. I don't know where I was going with that. Sometimes I just find it funny to like reference things in Skyrim terms, or like just like make things so over the top majestic and like ridiculous. I don't know where I'm going with this, but you know, like somebody hits a backflip and it's like they cast a spell or something. Like I like to call drinks, like protein powders, drinks, like potions, like strength potions. I don't know if you guys do this. I don't know if it's a spectrum thing or what, but you know, I'll just be drinking something and be like, this is a good potion right here. You know, this is giving me plus 10 strength. Now I'm ready to face the world with gumptious energy. Or sometimes, you know, you might have to drink a little magic spell. Maybe you're gonna do some sales. Maybe you gotta have a little bit of charisma. You gotta drink that charisma potion. Maybe it's a little bit of, I don't know, she legit, that charisma potion in you. But yeah, traps, rat cages. That's how I got here. Because yeah, I didn't see myself as a scribe archetype. But yeah, the gym, the 9 to 5. You know, slaving away. But yeah, I don't know, anything that tries to make you feel a type of way. It could literally even be a person. You know, it could be a person trying to get you angry. It could be a person trying to rile you up. Whatever it is, it's like anything that tries to like put you in a box to contain you and make you feel a certain type of way. Anything that leads you away from Christ pretty much is a rat trap, in my opinion. And people might be like, oh, but you know, doesn't following Christ contain you? But it's like, it contains you by actually freeing you is the only way to describe it, you know, because imagine the way to Christ is like the entire like world, you know, it's just like whoosh, just this huge vast open space. And then there's obviously limits, you know, there's obviously limits to following Christ, but you can be forgiven. But it's like this huge open space, just making sure it's still recording, huge open space. And then people say, see, look, there's boundaries, there's limits. The limit is heaven. You know, there's a boundary between earth and heaven and earth and hell. You see, look, there's constraints, obviously. But then the same people will like grind away in their rat trap, you know. They're like, they'll stick to their ungodly habits, their ungodly ways, which constrain them to the point of suffocation. And they'll be like, look, you see, I'm free. I'm choosing to do this. I'm choosing to put myself in a straitjacket. I'm free, everybody, when all they have to do is, you know, accept Christ and then be free of the straitjacket. But I don't know, people would rather choose to be in a straitjacket than choose to be free and call themselves free in the straitjacket. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's kind of my analogy on that. This video is all over the place. for sure. There's a YouTuber I watch, the Golden One, and he does those analogies very well. I mean, it's pretty funny. I mean, the dude's like an absolute beast. Sometimes in his videos he'll be like, yes, I'm but a humble poet, and he'll just be like on a mountaintop writing some beautiful poetry. I don't know, I find that pretty inspiring, especially because he's in colder climates, still makes videos, you know, still doing his thing even in the winter. Just it's like a, I don't know, it's like a fun way to look at the world, you know, just like add a little bit of magic, you know, obviously not real, obviously don't actually believe that drinking a protein powder is a plus strength potion, but you know, it's fun to look at, fun to joke about those things. But yeah, I think that's it for today's video. I'm starting to freeze. Maybe I gotta drink a freeze resistant potion or something. You know what an actual freeze resistant potion is? You see that? I don't know if you can hear it, but you see that water down there? Diving into that water is like freeze resistant because you get used to it. I remember I used to cold plunge. Oh, that sucked. But it actually like helps you lose weight somehow. I don't know if you knew that. But anyways, I hope you liked this video. Do take care, guys. And until next time.